Undisputed.
Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharpe. It's Friday. Good morning,
Why
guys.
did you say his name with a lot more
God.
I
enthusiasm?
say his with more?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Skip.
Come on, Shannon.
I think both had a lot
Shannon
of enthusiasm.
Sharpe. Yeah.
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless. And Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
It's okay.
In other
It's
words,
okay.
you were trying to
Did it
skip.
It's
that way.
okay.
He was
It's
trying to
okay.
skip over.
Yeah,
and
she
get
was,
to
and that's
Shannon.
okay. But would you allow me, please, to take 1 second
What?
to make one last plea to Jerry Jones? Please don't play a single starter at the Giants on Sunday. Please do not play
Hey.
Dak Prescott one snap.
He needs it.
Lose the game
He needs
and
to
let
rest.
everybody stay and get healthier. That's all. Period.
They
That's
need
all?
the reps.
We're good?
They need the reps.
They do not need you.
Yeah, they do.
You're going to have your voodoo doll out
I don't
poking
do
it.
that, Skip.
You are. With
Only
Dak.
on special
You're going to have your
occasions.
number 4 voodoo doll. Pin.
Special occasion.
Am I right?
Only on special
Am I
occasions.
right? Yep. Okay.
Well,
here we go.
have a lot
Sorry
to
about
get
that.
to.
Now,
Are you?
on with the show.
Today's show, did LeBron really deserve to be the athlete of the year? And
What?
do Skip
Yep.
Bayless's
What?
Sooners, was that better?
Yep, I like that, Jim.
Okay, I tried to have a little more oomph there. Have any shot at upsetting
No.
Alabama? But let's start with the Lakers. They were without LeBron last night, and ESPN reports he could be out for several games with a strained groin. Back on the court, Kyle Kuzma scored 33 points. Lonzo Ball was a rebound shy of a triple-double, but he had to leave late in the fourth with a leg cramp. The Lakers had a 15-point lead in the fourth quarter, but the Kings came all the way back, and Bogdanovic hit a game-winning 3 at the buzzer. After the game, Luke Walton talked about playing without LeBron. Let's take a listen.
With him being hurt, this is the first close game we've been in that he's not there. If LeBron James is playing in that game, it probably finishes a little differently. But that's what we have to get. That's what our guys were doing last year. But when you get the best closer in the game on your team, then you rely on him to do that. But all that said, they still made enough. We made enough plays to win. We just didn't take care of little things, which has nothing to do with closing a game as far as being a closer.
Shannon, what happened to the Lakers last
I
night?
like on Lou. I wouldn't have him to re-tee that, play that again.
Yep.
When you're playing without the best closer in that game.
The guy who failed to close at least 7
Stop
games
it,
so
Skip.
far this year. I don't know. I don't know who he's talking about. Lonzo? Maybe. I don't know.
Skip,
Go ahead.
can you stop?
Yeah.
How was that, Jenny? That's my Jenny. That's my Jenny impression.
Light.
We're here with Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
Hey,
And Shannon Sharpe.
No.
Go ahead. Shannon Sharpe. The floor is yours. Shannon Sharpe.
You know what, Skip? Look, as Luke said, what happened was the things that got them the lead, playing with a frenetic pace, getting up and down, also cost them the game. You see, Skip, if they'd have had LeBron, I feel comfortable, like Luke said, they would have won this game. I believe if they'd have had Rondo, they would have won this game. Because, see, Skip, when you get in a situation like this, and that's what happened on Tuesday, the game started to get away from him, and Rondo calmed everything down. He's like, look, guys, let's take some air out of the ball. We don't need to shoot the ball with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's work it down. Let's get a very good shot. And they didn't get some good shots at the end of the ball game. And as a young team, none of these players that were on the court last night had really been in this situation. Remember, Skip, they won 35 games last year. They won, 25, 26 to you. So you have to be in those situations. Now, it was, Kyle Kuzma is big time. That step back 3 showed you a lot about Kyle Kuzma. Lonzo Ball was unbelievable. Sorry that he had to, you mean to tell me there's a possibility that a player could get a cramp? Lonzo Ball got a cramp. So are you telling me LeBron James is not?
Wait. Like father, like son.
Don't do that.
Isn't Lonzo like LeBron's son?
No, he's not. Don't do that.
So daddy gets cramps all the time. I'm going to get a cramp.
You see, Skip, and I think the thing is, if they'd have had someone that could have calmed them down and says, look, guys, this lead is starting to dissipate. We don't need to play with a frenetic pace. Because, see, a lot of times, when you're young, Skip, you continuously do the things that got you to the point that where you are. What got him the lead? Getting the ball after the rim. Lonzo was getting the ball in 2 dribbles, up the court, layup or dunk, or somebody was hitting a wide open shot. And as the lead starts to dissipate, you still want to play at that pace, a la the Atlanta Falcons. Now, we got the lead by throwing the ball up down the field. Let's keep doing it. Nah, they're starting to come back. You probably want to take some air out of the ball.
Was Tom Brady playing for the Kings last night? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just curious.
I don't remember asking you a question.
Maybe he was disguised as Bogdanovic, right?
It's not your turn. The thing that I like some of the things that I saw. Skip, you saw was big time. Brandon Ingram, he showed there at times that you like, okay, now I see why they talk about him. Because he can get the ball to the rack, Skip. He was pulling up the mid-range game. He had a couple of big threes. Lonzo was really, really impressive. I thought Lance came off the bench and gave him some great quality minutes. But as the game started to dissipate, there was not that old head. There was not that veteran presence that could run the offense and says, okay, guys, let's slow it down. Let's take some of the air out of the ball. Let's make sure we get. There were a lot of one-on-ones. There were still a lot of quick shots that were going up. And, Skip, I tweeted right before. I said, no threes. But, again, what did I tell you, Skip? And I've said this on several occasions. What will ultimately prevent the Lakers from being as good as they could possibly be? 6 turnovers in the fourth quarter. That'll do it. That would definitely, that'll do it.
How many did Lonzo have in the fourth?
Hold on. Does he play for the Lakers? Did the Lakers turn the ball over 6 times? See, I'm not going to let you do that.
He turned it over none.
Go
ahead.
I'm not going to let you separate and says, okay, well, Lonzo did this. He always 1 rebound. No. He played for the Lakers. He caught the L, just like Ingram, just like Kuzma, and the rest of the guys. The Lakers turned the ball over too much, and when the game started to get out of hand, the Kings started to fight their way back in it. There was not that veteran presence to slow things down, make sure they got great shots in the half-court set, and they ended up losing the game. A very valuable learning experience. But this is why you have a LeBron on your roster. The best close in the game, as Luke won't say. And if you didn't have Lonzo, if you didn't have Ron, you needed Rondo. But hey, they played, Skip. That was a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one. This one hurts in the morning. This one hurts this morning because you played too well, Skip, to gag this game off.
So now that the show's almost over, Jenny, I'm going to talk. Right? We have, 30 seconds left or what?
Take the time you need, Skip.
Oh, no. Colin.
Man, I talked 4 minutes and 35 seconds.
I don't know.
You always do that.
So now that the show's almost over, I'm going to tell you what actually did happen in the game that I watched. This was a heartbreaker for the Lakers because they played well enough to win this game without LeBron James. And it was really cool that they started and, for the most part, played 5 draft picks. You just do not ever see that happen in the National Basketball Association. And all 5 of them had lots of big moments. They also had some low moments, but I'll get to those in just a minute. They are up 15 with 6:44 left in the basketball game at Sacramento. And I will remind you, Sacramento is now 10-7 at home, so they're no pushover the way they once upon a time were a pushover at home. So this would have been a quality win for the very young Lakers without LeBron James and without Rondo. Now, quickly back to Luke's comment. I do not blame Luke Walton at all for saying after the game that LeBron James is the best closer in basketball. He is not the best closer, not even close. And even recently, let's just go back to last Sunday night at Staples Center. What happened? Memphis was there. Memphis isn't even in the playoffs right now. And that game was tied at 91-all early in the fourth quarter. And the best closer in basketball, big quotes around it, failed to close yet another game. And that to me, was the 8th game this year he could have closed for the Lakers.
So you got to go. So in order for you to be a great closer, you got to go 100%. Now, Mariano Rivera is the greatest closer that ever lived. Did he go 100%? Because I remember Game 7, he gave up the game
Let's
when
not
he hit.
compare baseball to
I'm just
basketball.
Okay.
Now, what happened? With 1 minute and 42 seconds left, Lonzo Ball cramped for the second time in this game because he cramped late in the third quarter also and had to leave the game for the rest of the game, or the Lakers would have won this basketball game. Lonzo had them on the precipice of winning with a breakaway layup that put them up 3 with 1:42 left, and he was doing exactly what you wanted LeBron and Rondo to do. He was running the show. He was controlling it and getting the ball to the right places at the right times. The only thing I don't like about the young Lakers, Lonzo is quicker to pass than either LeBron or Rondo are in his own way. He'll just sometimes, if he sees you moderately open, 2/3 of the court, he'll pass it up to you. What I don't like about the young Lakers is that Kuzma or Brandon Ingram or Josh Hart or any of those young guys, even KCP, even though he's not a young guy, if you pass it to them, the ball is just going to get shot. They do not share the ball at all. It is hero ball all over the court. And I loved it that Lonzo stepped up after the game and took a little shot. You could say it's a veil shot, but he said, we played too much ISO ball tonight. And they do. If Kyle Kuzma gets the ball in the wing, what's going to happen?
He's shooting the drive. He's going.
And again, a lot of times he makes those high degree of difficulty shots. A lot of times Brandon Ingram forces one in. I say, how did he do that? And it goes in, and I say, that's pretty good. But it wasn't good in the fourth quarter because they got outscored 33-21 in the fourth quarter. And after Lonzo went out, they just fell completely apart. And now to your guy, Kyle Kuzma. You said he played great last night. He made two big mistakes down the stretch that could have closed the deal if he had not made those mistakes. And the first one comes with a minute left. He just, after a loose ball rebound, it kicks out to Justin Jackson, and he's from three, and you can't jump into him. You just can't.
Come on.
You just